Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, friends. It is I, the Arcane Pengu, and today we will be showcasing some branded gameplay, which I have dubbed Fusion because this is the Dual Triangle event, and we are enabled to edit our deck name. Onto the main deck here, we are running double Despian Tragedy, triple Ash, triple Keeper of Dragon Magic, one Albaz, one Aluber, one Mercurier, double Kit, double Cartesia, one Quem, one Shaddoll Beast, one Bestial Magnamut, Sarnier Druid's Worm, Baldrake, one Albion the Shrouded Dragon, double the Bestial Rebellion, one Foolish Burial, one Gold Sarcophagus, triple Fusion Deployment, one Branded in White, one Branded Fusion, one Branded Lost, one Branded Regained, double Call by the Grave, Branded Opening, triple Branded in High Spirits, one Branded in Red, Shaddoll Schism, and lastly Branded Beast. Onto the extra deck here, we are running one El Shaddoll Winda, one El Shaddoll Upclone, one Predaplant Dragostapelia, one Titaniclad, one Bergrand the Glory Dragon, Albion the Branded Dragon, Despian Quertus, Mirror Jade, Lubellion, Alba Lenitus, double Dusk Dragon, one Rindbrum, one Chimera, and lastly one Despian Proskenion. The main focus of this deck is to skirt the typical branded gameplay, which is just trying to formulate some form of disruption via setting branded in red, and then just setting that up to make Chimera, which combos with Mirror Jade to then disrupt your opponent's plays, as well as maybe adding a Mercurier. Now we're trying to use those plays as more of a smokescreen and forcing our opponent's hand into using Ash Blossom and other disruptions to stop us from using Branded Fusion. That way we can actually execute our main game plan, which is actually getting to Blazing Cartesia to then summon our Dusk Dragon, to then send Apcalone to the graveyard to add Schism, and then hopefully on our opponent's turn, summoning the Winda. It is no surprise to anyone why Branded has been hit as much as it has for this event. Konami just hates Branded. I don't know why, but they just do. We have been hit up the wazoo here, honestly. We have just had our Albaz limited to 1, and we have no Retribution. Our Albion's also limited to 1 in this event, at least. And we just have very little ways to facilitate our typical Branded plays as a result, which is why we pivoted to summoning the Winda, which frankly, because of decks like Tenpai Dragon, has actually been the better course of action. Just summoning a Floodgate typically does, like Winda anyway, typically does just shut down most combo decks strategies, because summoning more than once, at least special summoning more than once, is typically what most decks do in this day and age. So cards like Winda just absolutely shut down those strategies. And because Tenpai Dragon likes to go first, and it's pretty much 50% of the Dual Triangle event, they will force us to go first. We will then set up our plays. They will think we're trying to do branded plays. They will negate our Branded Fusion or ways to get to Branded Fusion. And then we will just hopefully successfully summon Winda on their turn, thus ending pretty much their entire game plan. It has worked out pretty much that way for me, at least going into Branded and a few other decks like Centurion when I go first. With that being said, I'm not a big fan of playing decks like this. I typically hate Floodgate decks. Frankly, I prefer more interactive gameplay, but unfortunately, because Tenpai Dragon is running rampant, I am forced to just choose this playstyle just to get my gems. With that being said, let us get into the first game. Alright, going first, we've opened Spriggan's Kit, Bestial Baldrake, Albion the Shrouded Dragon, Bestial Lubellion, and Branded in High Spirits. We are going to kick off with the Lubellion here, checking for some sort of interaction. They seem to have either an Ash Blossom, or it could also be a Shifter. Ashing the Lubellion seems a little strange and suspicious. They might be holding an Imperm here of some sort, so we should play accordingly. So we will kick things off by activating the Shrouded Dragon instead, and we will then send, I believe, Branded opening doesn't really do too much here. I guess for now we'll just send the loss. Yeah, they do in fact have the level, the Gamma in hand. They have a Gamma in hand, or they do have a DD Crow. But I'm steering more towards a Gamma here. Yep, there's the Gamma. That's pretty good for us because now we can just chain the Branded and High Spirits in response to the Gamma effect. Then we will reveal the Albion. We'll send our Titanic Clad for insurance, activating the effect to then grab Blazing Cartesia to the hand. They will then summon their 2 cards. I believe they might have a Veiler or possibly, maybe, they have DD Crow in hand as well, and they're holding for that effect. To just banish my Albion from the graveyard, which would hurt us quite a bit, honestly. We are, however, still not out of the woods yet, because now we just cannot, well, we can't really make much, frankly. So I do believe our best course of action now would be to attempt to Titanic Clad our opponent, because to Akalon our opponent, because they did make us go first, which means they are playing the Tenpai Dragons, so we kind of are in a tough spot here. We do have the Baldrake, but for now I think just threatening our opponent with a Cartesia is better. So what we're going to do here is we're going to banish our Albion from the graveyard. I believe that is the best play here. Playing around, yeah, they play around our Branded plays pretty well here, so there's no point using Kid anymore. So I believe we should first and foremost at least check to see what they have in the opener. If they might have, okay, they do not have what I thought they did. That's good for us. We will then attempt to Baldrake here, targeting our Albion, see if they do have a DD Crow. They do not. We will then summon Baldrake. We will then activate the Lubellion. Oh, summon the Lubellion here. Gonna attempt to activate it for Branded Beast. Sorry, Branded Regained, not Beast. Regained should be our priority right now, I think. I think so, yes. Because we do get a Titanic Clad trigger here. We do. Yes. So it is Beast we're going for. Okay. Yeah, we will get Beast here. Sorry, we will get Regained here, not Beast. Sorry, I'm a little undecided of what to do here. We will then Blazing Cartesia to summon the Dust Dragon using our Lubellion. That's the other material. We're going to then Dust Dragon sending Apollon. Apollon effect to grab the Schism, pitching our kit. Ooh, whoops, that was good. And we're going to just set Schism and hope that that's enough. We do get a draw off of the Regained here as well, which is also another reason to always Regain when they have a Gamma on field. We will Titanic Cloud, summoning the Quem. We will then Quem, sending the Albaz here. Get our Cartesia back to our hand, and they will banish. We will then draw an additional card by shuffling back their level 2 to the deck, hoping they draw into it actually. Ooh, we did also just draw into our Branded and High Spirits. That's pretty strong. We can toggle on. Hope that's enough. There is still the possibility of losing out to a call by here because they, or DD Crow, because they just target the Schism, I mean the Actalone to our Schism, which will deny us the Floodgate. Yeah, Winda just hard counters Tenpai Dragon, so all we can do now is just hope that's enough. Interesting. Well, they kind of have to target the Baldrake now at this point, because whatever else they summon just triggers the Regain, which will summon Baldrake, which they don't want. And they can't target the Actalone because it wasn't summoned. That was a weird play. I think that maybe they thought they could target the Actalone there, and they just didn't realize that it was just sent to the graveyard and not summoned. Interesting. Kit? I mean, they could have also just targeted the Albaz as well, actually. The Kit's fine. There is an argument to chain to the activation of the Kit, but I don't trust what they're doing here. Plus, I'm not in a rush at all, because we don't know what they're playing. They made us go first. They could be playing anything, not just Tenpai Dragon. They're just most likely playing Tenpai Dragon. But we just need to be careful as to what they do here. So we have to just hold and hope that that's enough. Just threatening the Schism should be enough here. Okay, they've used their normal summon now. And if this is what I think they're going, if they're going to make, I believe they might attempt to make a Black Rose Dragon. If they do, I'm okay with that, I believe. I could just change Schism to its activation. That's fine. I do lose the Regained, but I can just... I mean, I see no point in activating Quem's effect here. I do, however, see a point in activating Baldrake here. And then chaining the Schism in response. Using the effect now. Making the window. We will banish the Actalone and the Kit. Summoning our window and attack. Banishing their Black Rose Dragon, and our window just stays on the field. Yeah, so this was indeed Tenpai Dragon, but unfortunately for them, Black Rose Dragon doesn't really deal with Winda, so... And with that, we pretty much just clean up here and we win the game. That was very strong. Yeah, we will. We do have an Albaz upgrade. What we will do now is we will just, well, first and foremost, actually, we will enter battle phase because I see no point in holding out here with the opening, because the opening doesn't do too much. Right, I can't attack with the Winda. This will prolong the game quite a bit here, but we're fine. We will then grant an opening here, revealing... Sorry, not revealing. We will then summon the Jester. Jester effect. I believe we should just take our time here. We will grab the Granite in red. And we will set the Branded in Red. Wait, we can activate Branded in Red right now, but we can't summon more than once. That's weird. We will then main phase 2. Sorry, we will then end phase after setting Branded in Red. We're already in phase 2. Sorry guys, my brain just is a little sleepy sometimes. Yeah. And now we just have a destruction effect if they did open the field spell. I always forget that the monster can attack. Yeah, I can't attack directly. That is fine. We will then Branded in Red, targeting Guiding Quem, hoping they don't have Callby for it. Okay, that was interesting. We will then summon the Chimera, but with that, our opponent surrenders. On to the next duel. Alright, going first, we seem to have opened Keeper of Dragon Magic, Spriggan's Kit, Goat Sarcophagus, Branded Opening, and Branded Regain. Our hand is looking really good here. Our opponent is holding priority here. Might be, maybe, Shifter. I don't know if Shifter is allowed or not in this event. I'm unsure. For now, we will start things off by activating Regain to check again for priority. They lost it. I guess maybe they were lagging and I just did not notice. The hand's looking great here. I believe we should play this as... We do have the opening. And we do have the Keeper, but we're losing a lot of value if we use either or. This is a little tough here. I believe the safer bet here is actually to just use the Keeper here first, and then we will check to see if they have some sort of response. We will hold on to the Sarcophagus. Yes, we will in fact hold on to the Sarcophagus. I believe so. That is the safer play. It seems our opponent does have a response. I'm glad we held it the way we did. Alright. Unfortunately, if our opponent does have another Imperm, we just flat out lose. For now, I believe we will actually go Sark first, banishing our Desperate Tragedy. Wait, hold on. Actually, I'm not sure if this line works, but I'm going to try it either way. We're going to banish Mercurier here. We're going to then activate we're going to chain Regain first, targeting Mercurier. Then we're going to Mercurier, chain link 2. Okay, so they do in fact have the Ash. Not sure how I feel about that one. They must have a second copy of Imperm in hand if they did that, because that was a bit reckless. We still get the draw, so that was a little strange. We got where we wanted to get to anyways. So we will in fact Branded Opening, pitching the Blazing Cartesier to summon the Eluber. I believe they do in fact have the second Imperm, because that was just way too reckless and very strange. Yes, they do in fact have a second imperm, or Veiler, but either way. Yeah, that is unfortunate. Our opponent just had 3 forms of interaction, so we just lost there. On to the next duel. Alright, going first, we have opened Spriggan's Kit, Bestial Swarm, Bestial Rebellion, and double Fusion Deployment. We will kick things off by activating Bestial Rebellion to check for Ash Blossom or any other interaction. Okay. It seems our opponent indeed did have some sort of interaction there. We will then activate the deployment to summon our Blazing Cartesia, just to play around any possible imperm plays. It would seem our opponent does have an imperm or Veiler. This is good for us. We will then start things off by normal summoning the kit to add the branded fusion. There might be a chance of them having not just one imperm, but also, an imperm and a Veiler, but it would seem they do not. That is good for us. Everything worked out. We will then use the kit and the Cartesia here to summon our Dusk Dragon. We will use kit effect to grab a copy of Branded Fusion, putting back the deployment. On a new resolution, we will then attempt to activate Dusk Dragon. It seems they don't have any other form of interaction there. It's good for us. We will then send Abkalone to the grave and trigger Abkalone, grabbing our Schism. There is an argument to just pitch the Branded Fusion here, let it go away, and this is tough. Well, that's not true. We can just get rid of the Duel Swarm here, and then activate the Branded Fusion. We can then summon the Albion. By sending a second copy of Rebellion, never be too careful, and the Fallen Abad. We will then summon that and drop an Albion and not use the effect of Albion, I believe. Let's just check to make sure that there might be a reason for doing this. We could actually possibly... There is an argument for just immediately making our Shaddoll now and holding out. But it's better to be greedy than anything else here, so we will take our time. I don't see a good argument for making Ringdorm here, plus I don't think we have a beast in grave yet. We do. We do have a beast in grave, but there is no reason for us to banish our Fallen of Albaz. We only have the one after all. So for now, we will just prevent that effect from going off. Then we will summon our Bestial Rebellion. We will then activate Bestial Rebellion to grab the Regained, setting the Schism, ending our turn, and activating the Albion to set Granite in red. And re-adding our Cartesia to the hand. Yes, because of the limitations to Branded, we are just completely forced to change our playstyle, which is no longer really Mirror Jade intensive, but more so just summoning Dusk Dragon to facilitate our El Shaddoll window plays. Basically, we're no longer a combo deck, but now we are a floodgate deck because of the limits. I mean, there is also the option of playing Sanctifier and just using the DDD Pendulum monster to summon lock our opponent, but that's going a little bit too far there, so we are going around with this route and just holding out and hoping to use Winda as our crutch here. Interesting. I've never seen anyone run Evil Eye Repos before. That's not a good card to run. Maybe they have it just to send to the graveyard. This is fine. I know exactly how this deck performs and what the combo lines are, so we should be good. That is also fine. We can't really respond to that, and now we know that when we destroy that, they can recur an Evil Eye from the grave. Luckily, they sent Basil Trice to the grave and not the other one, so Basil Trice going to the hand is not too big of a deal. We will wait and at the very least proc our regain here, targeting our Jerusalem. It would seem our opponent misplayed there, because now we can chain Brennan in red first. We will chain Brennan in red first to see if our opponent has some sort of response. They do not. We will attempt to chain Schism. You know what? We will not chain Schism, because if we do, if we chain Schism now, just realize we won't be able to summon either. Well, yeah, we will be stuck here summoning just one monster afterwards. That would be losing value. So we will then fusion summon our Chimera using, frankly, I believe if I'm not mistaken, I believe it pops based on the number of cards on the field you use, correct? I always get them mixed up. Yes, from the field, okay. So we will use Dust Dragon and the Bestial Rebellion here to make Chimera. We will then summon the Jerusalem. Our opponent will then add the card. Now they don't have any Evil Eye monsters in the graveyard, so we can pop the field spell. We do run 2 copies of Cartesia, so I am thinking of just shuffling the Dusk Dragon instead, because it is more important than Cartesia. Plus we already have an Albaz in the hand already. Medium Merchant. The special summons based on the token is interesting. Right? Oh, trap cards though. Alright, interesting. Well, we will target the Dusk Dragon. Another Evil Eye card that I never bothered using because I geared my Evil Eye deck towards, well, mainly just summoning rank 3s. So this is a very interesting take. Maybe this is more of a pure control version. That's a good draw. That 2 is also a good draw. We will just destroy these 2 instead then, since they have used their normal summon after all, and they just use Basil Trice's effect. It does get them a target with the Evil Eye Domain, but that's fine. And now we will respond to the activation of the Re-Emergence. Alright, just like that, they are locked out of special summoning, and we have a Bestial Rebellion just in the grave waiting to summon by tributing our Druid's Worm, which will then send their token to the graveyard. So we have ample follow-up, and we do have just genuinely good combo pieces in the hand. That is right, I always forget that it does protect them from being targeted or destroyed by artifacts. Also by battle, that's right, Celine is essentially just a, it does just make them a boss monster, which is pretty cool. There are a few ways to get around this, I believe. I'm just trying to remember if you can use tokens as fusion material, if that is a ruling that is normal. Is that a rule? Is that part? I am not sure. Yeah, I am unaware as to whether or not you can use tokens as fusion material, but that is assuming our opponent has no more follow-up plays. Okay, they don't have any back row, so I believe the Fallen Wabaz hopefully should work. That is, if our opponent, if tokens can be used as material. We are about to find out together. I believe they can. I mean, we could just play it safe and just summon Lubellion, activate Beast, and then just pop the back row, but then we would lose attack value. Yeah, we would lose attack. Well, I guess we will at the very least normal summon Albaz, discard, because then it won't change much either way, yeah. Alright, it would seem that we can use your token. Good, perfect. It all worked out. Okay. We will then attack for lethal. Not sure why I thought tokens could not be used as material. I don't know, maybe there's a ruling that I was thinking of that applies to tokens that doesn't apply here. Alright, with that we have reached the end of the video. Thanks for making it this far, I really appreciate that. I hope you're enjoying the event and you're not getting too absolutely destroyed by Tenpai Dragon. And once again, I would like to give my thanks for your support and just being here. If you have any fun deck ideas or just fun deck techs or just weird cards you want me to try running in random decks, feel free to leave a comment and I will do my best to give it a shot. Anyways, with that being said, I hope you have a great day and a great week. See you next time. Goodbye and good luck.